him to a degree of risk that I now deem unacceptable.
Being told that he was going to Iraq and then being told he wasn't going to Iraq was horrific. So Harry had to watch all of his men from Squadron A be deployed to Iraq and he had to stay at home. I think that was the all-time low of his military career.
In a revealing interview, Harry admitted the Iraq episode had made him question his future in the army.
If I'm going to cause this much chaos to a lot of people, then maybe I should just, bow out, not just for my own sake, but for everybody else's sake. There was a lot of frustration, but as they say in the army, turn to the right and carry on.
And during that period of frustration, did you ever wish that you weren't a prince?
I wish that quite a lot, actually, Peter. Yeah, as William and I have said numerous times, there's a lot of opportunities that we miss out on, as well as we obviously get a lot of chances for who we are. But in April last year, or the beginning of this year, it was very hard, and I did think, well, clearly one of the main reasons that I'm not allowed to be going is because of the fact of who I am. So, yes, I did wish at that time that I wasn't.
When Prince Harry wasn't deployed and Squadron A went off to Iraq without him, Harry did what Harry always does, I think, in a moment of self-doubt and crisis. He went out, he got drunk, he fell out of nightclubs all over again, and I think his friends were really worried that he'd actually lost his sense of purpose.
But later that year, the army and the palace came up with a new plan which would thrust Harry onto the front line. Not in Iraq, but in Afghanistan, and in total secrecy. Just a few hundred meters from the Taliban.
Helmand was by far the most dangerous province in Afghanistan at that time, where you had massive Taliban efforts to sort of control Helmand.
Far over. Harry was to be posted to a forward operating base right on the front line in Helmand to fight with a company of Gurkhas and US forces. An agreed media blackout for the duration of his tour meant his presence remained unknown.
It was Christmas Eve, and there was some kind of rumor about a VIP coming. I recall a helicopter coming in, and less than an hour later, I saw the Gurkhas coming off the front lines, running over to take pictures with somebody.
If you take any longer, bullets
And look back, and there was Prince Harry.
I was always hoping to get forward, and I got here on Christmas Eve. Not your typical Christmas, but Christmas is overrated anyway, so.
Within about 600 to 700 meters, within direct fire range, you had Taliban front lines. We had estimates of a few hundred Taliban out in front of us. There was constant mortar fire, missile fire, direct fire, where they'd fire and we'd fire back at them.
It is somewhat like what I can imagine World War II to be like. It's just no man's land. The Taliban are sort of invisible.
Up on the right.
They poke their heads up and then that's it. They disappear and just jump down these holes or go into their bunkers.
Okay, it's called static.
Same position?
Yeah.
We really suspected the Taliban were going to take advantage of Christmas and Christmas Eve, so everyone was on high alert.
Come out!
I think it was kind of a long night for everybody.